Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the first ever episode of the PowerPoint Guard podcast. Ako po si Randy.
At ako po si Josh. At ayun,
Anong
mag-uusap tayo.
di-discuss natin?
Ayun lang nga, sorry na nga. Ayun, mag-uusap tayo ng everything related sa NBA. So, ayoko sabihing basketball pero purely NBA. Given na nakikita nyo naman parehas kaming mukhang nerdo na mahilig talaga sa NBA basketball. So, make sure guys that you always like and subscribe sa lahat ng mga i-release namin. Ayun,
Ayos.
galing for
Sige,
first
umpisa na
time.
natin. First time, first time. Sige, umpisa na natin. Unang topic, comments about OKC being champs and SGA getting the largest annual extension ever for an NBA player.
Grabe, ang bigat naman agad niyan. Pero,
Konti
yeah.
lang. OKC champs. About a week and a half ago, they were champions.
Congratulations sa kanila. I think very well deserved. They've grinded all season long to win that championship. Although, medyo ano lang, um, disappointing kasi parang ang ganda nung run nila tapos nung final game yung opponent sila which is yung Pacers na-injured yung star player nila. So I think this is a very good win for them. Again, congrats. But I think this season would mostly be remembered because of how the
The Tyrese
Pacers, yeah,
Halliburton.
the Tyrese Halliburton stuff. Yeah. Pero again, kudos to them. The very, very well coached team and very, very great team.
Not only well coached, but how they were built by general manager Sam Presti.
Yes, very
Uh,
young.
Obviously, the Paul George trade right now looks so bad for the Clippers.
Yes.
Paul George is not even there anymore. Nasa Sixers na siya. And again, he is a bad contract right now. So kudos to Sam Presti. And again, I don't know the list, but they still have mountains and mountains of first round picks in the next coming 3, 4, 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. So kudos Sam Presti. They're only gonna get better. And I think they are still the favorites coming out of the West next year.
I agree, especially since I think yung trend ngayon sa NBA is getting young. Younger than ever. A lot of young prospects na as early as their second season or even better like their first season, talagang grind agad, they're showing promise agad. And we can hope that OKC will probably win more championships in the next coming years. Pero again, very, very great team, very, very great composition ng team. Wala sila masyadong veteran. I think the only veteran talaga na medyo may experience playoffs-wise or postseason-wise is si Caruso, di ba?
AC, Laker
AC,
legend AC.
the guy.
Caruso. Sige, let's move on. Let's move on. Let's talk about real quick about the NBA draft. Cooper Flag going first. Ace Bailey doesn't want to play with Philadelphia, all of those stuff. Any thoughts about the NBA draft that happened about 5 days, a week ago, more or less?
Cooper Flag, we all know he's gonna be the first pick. Again, yung sinasabi ko kanina with young talented athletes talagang making their way into the main competition, kumbaga the NBA itself. He showed promise nung training camp nila with Team USA. I
Team
remember.
USA, yes.
Yeah, I remember LeBron, Steph, and all of those old guys, the great players. Talagang grabe ang sings and praises nila with Cooper Flag. So I think he will he will be a superstar in the league. He will play his brains out during his rookie year. Especially may guidance siya ni AD, ni Kyrie. Klay Thompson is also there. So, again, Jason Kidd, yung head coach nila, very well coached team. I'm thinking that they will make it to the postseason and good season for Cooper Flag. Although, something that's weirding me out, merong isang rookie, I forgot his name, na draft ng Utah, but he doesn't want to play for Utah.
Ace Bailey nga, si Ace
Nga si
Bailey.
Ace Bailey. Kasi I read from one of the articles, he thought um Na
He's going
parang
to
yung
Washington,
draft
number 6.
yeah, or like yung draft is parang NBA 2K style, which is very weird. I don't know if that's hoax or what, but if that's real, then man, he needs more like experience talaga sa buhay. Ayun.
Exactly. But just going back to Cooper Flag, excited for him. I think he's in a good situation, winning environment agad yung papasukan niya. Kasi
Yeah.
normally when you're a first pick, you should be the star player. You're gonna build up or a building team. But again, the luck of the draw after trading Luka to the Lakers, apparently controversy regarding it. Sabi nila it's binigay talaga sa Mavs to make up for that. So congrats to Cooper Flag. Excited to see him play point guard in the summer league as per Jason Kidd.
Oo, talagang ano
That's what
dumadami
Jason.
na rin ang mga ano no, yung mga matatangkad na point guards nowadays.
Yes.
Talagang
He will try that. He's a small forward, power forward player, but sabi ni Jason Kidd he will try it out. Because obviously Dallas has a glut of big men. Gafford resigned, Lively still there, AD is there. PJ
yeah.
Washington can play big sometimes, but yeah, we'll see. Sige, any
Although
other comments from the NBA
although
draft? Any weird yung picks from the later rounds that you want to talk
oh.
about?
There's one. Sobrang excited ako, guys, to tell you this. Randy and I were both very, very, very to the root of it all. Lakers fans. Talagang Lakers all the way kami, man. And I'm very excited sa draft pick na nakuha natin, although second round. But he shows promise. Gaya nga ng sabi nung high school coach niya, kasi 'di ba like nung college, hindi siya gano'n ka-shooter, very athletic,
Say his name.
Ado! Si Ado! Ado Fierro! Yeah, with Ado, again, very athletic, forward, yung shooting niya sabi nung high school coach niya, it was there. Sadyang talagang
It can
yung
be fixed, I think.
yes, and I think yung body niya lang is medyo late
You
lang siya in with coming to terms with this body right now.
Yeah, you cannot teach athleticism, which he has. You can teach how
Yes.
to shoot the ball. So excited then, sabi nila the comp is about parang OG Anunoby. So that's exactly what the Lakers need also. I want to point out also yung what New Orleans did to climb up from 23 to 13 to draft Derrick Queen, and they gave up a first round pick next year. It was a dumb move, I think, from the New Orleans uh front office led by the new GM Joe Dumars. So that's one thing that I want to say also. Anything else from the draft
No, but
before we move on?
to your point with New Orleans, I think they're dumping contracts left, right, and center just because ang daming bloated
Why did
contracts sa
they get
kanila.
pulled though? But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But sige. Sige, let's move on to the next one muna. Houston has been on fire. They got KD via a trade, sending out Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks and some other stuff to Phoenix. They stole DFS from the Lakers. They also signed Clint Capella and retained most of their team. So, what do you think of how Houston, the movements that they did in free agency? What did you think?
Very, very scary team. Sobrang
Are they
nakakatakot.
the number two team now in the West, in
Number
your opinion?
top three for sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know I how much I love DFS. Even before him being a Laker player.
I remember.
Talagang I really love that guy, how he plays, how he approaches the game. And I think with Houston's current composition, although I also mentioned before, off live, na I don't think KD's him anymore. But then again, you convince me that KD's still the offensive guy that he's ever been. I think he is still above 40% in terms of shooting
Shooting threes.
percentage. Yeah, shooting threes in general.
Almost a
Um
50-40-90 again.
it really wouldn't surprise me if they upset a lot of people and a lot of teams this coming season. So very, very scary. I wouldn't want to play against them on the very first round of the postseason. But yeah. A
The
team to
the
look
the
to
only
watch out for.
thing for Houston for me is health, because obviously KD is 37, turning 38, right? But they're gonna be a monster defensively. Adding DFS, Capella, all their holdovers like Tari Eason, Amen Thompson, very, very monster like defensively sila. Sige, anything else for Houston before we move on?
I guess to add, with Amen Thompson and all those young players, first hand nila may experience kung ano yung caliber ng isang Hall of Fame player, who knows how to win and who knows
Yes.
how to play in the postseason. I wouldn't say how to win championships because there's always an asterisk with KD's championships. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sige, sige. Houston, very scary. So, yes, tama ka sa mga sinabi mo. Okay, let's move on. What did you think of Boston's moves? During free agency, they gave Porzingis to the Hawks. They let go of Drew back to Portland. Obviously, a gap year for them because Jason Tatum is injured. So, where do you think Boston will land in the weak East this year?
I don't know. It's really confusing me anong ginagawa nila because
They
for
don't want
me,
to pay the luxury tax. They want to go below the second apron in terms of contracts and all of that. That's why they gave up Porzingis and Drew Holiday.
yeah, but for me, yung season nila hindi naman siya bust. Talagang ano lang eh, ah, Indiana was very, very strong nung postseason. Okay, we can't deny they're really strong. I really thought they would even upset OKC. But to give up, well, I think now that you mention it, si Porzingis, I think the only reason why they traded him to the Hawks was because they're concerned over his health. 'Di ba remember nung
Mm.
series nila with New York, parang
Yeah, hindi siya
may
naglaro
flu.
for a while eh.
Yeah, and
Uh,
they said that it's only flu but hindi talaga nila ma-identify what's
hindi,
making his body
yeah,
weak. Yeah, so
so
I
weird.
it's really weird. Although I think they gave up Drew. I think Drew has a lot more value compared to what
He's
they gave him
34
up for. But
and he's scoring about just 11 a game. So I get it.
but I guess in the last 5 seasons, I think he won last 5 seasons ba? He won two
Yeah.
championships, right?
Milwaukee and
So
Boston, yes.
yeah, again, numbers may maybe hindi na siya ganun ka productive as before, but I think defensively he's always there and he will always be there. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Ang hula ko, my guess is Drew will be traded for by a contender at the trade deadline later on. Kasi he's too valuable a player to be stuck in a Portland team. That's my prediction. But we'll see. Again, Boston, a gap year. Jason Tatum probably won't play the whole of this year. So we will see a first option Jalen Brown this coming year for
Yeah.
Boston. So we will see. Okay, sige. Let's move on. One of the first trades of the offseason, Desmond Bain going to Orlando for KCP and I believe Cole Anthony, some other picks, and an underrated signing by Orlando, Tyus Jones for point guard. What do you think of that?
Number one, Memphis is preparing to win big time. KCP,
Memphis, not Orlando?
no, Memphis
Talaga?
for me. Yeah, I value KCP what he brings sa floor, the experience
Two-time
shooting.
champion.
Yeah. Yung shooting, right? Andun and I think with Orlando, just because I cannot wrap my head around Desmond Bain in general kasi for me, he is good, but sometimes when I'm watching their games, para siyang liability just because of his size.
Where? He's 6'6". He just looks small.
Yeah. Well, I think
Short
ang laki
arms.
and big, very big body na parang hindi siya ganun
Uh-huh.
ka-agile. But so I'm not bullying him, guys, if you're watching this, but he just very looks so small sa floor. Nako. But I think
Lagot
I
ka kay
think
Desmond Bain.
I think Memphis won that trade. Although Orlando got
Ooh,
stronger
interesting.
because yeah, but I think Memphis won the trade.
Speaking of Memphis, let's stay on Memphis. Jackson Jr. getting a 5-year extension worth 240 million, locking up him plus Ja Morant. What do you think of that? With your face, I
Ouch.
don't think you like it.
I don't. I don't. Honestly, again, I don't think he deserves a 5-year contract. With how he
Why?
played last season, like
He
I
was
think
third team. Was he third team All NBA? I don't think so. He wasn't. He wasn't.
it doesn't
But
translate. It doesn't translate to the postseason. It just doesn't. Um,
he's a
the
poor rebounder for his size.
exactly, and I think nung nanalo siya ng defensive player of the year, I think it was very very lucky. Lucky for him, but like I don't know, he's not the play. Para siyang Roy Hibbert for me. Okay, like he's
He
very
scores
good,
better than Roy Hibbert. Grabe
but
ka naman.
he was very good like 1 2 seasons, but he's not him for him to have that 5-year contract.
Okay.
I think they
We will see.
overpaid.
Again, I agree with you, but again, based on the contracts, that's the max that they can give to keep him. So we'll see. Sige, let's move on. Nuggets have been reloading. Just traded for Jonas Valanciunas. They just signed Tim Hardaway Jr. They re-signed old friend Bruce Brown, and they traded for Cam Johnson, which I think was an underrated move, giving up Michael Porter Jr. to the Nets. So, what do you think of the Nuggets? I think they're really strong now, comparable to Houston's moves this year.
Very, very strong. Although to add what you just mentioned, I think they also signed JJ Barea to be an assistant coach. Yeah, so
Mm.
I think okay, and this is a very very serious criticism sa ibang teams then, not just with Denver. Okay, I know they're a very strong team on paper right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Johnson is a very good scorer. In general, I think he will be a good number two or number three. No, number three. Sorry, number three. Scorer dun sa team nila. But
Mm-hmm.
the players needs to play within the system. Hindi ang system ang mag-a-adjust sa players. And I think with Denver, what happened, they were very very they were coached very greatly with Mike Malone. But I think natalo lang sila ng sunod-sunod. How many games did they lose na
I can't
sunod-sunod
remember, but
before they
uh,
fired Mike Malone? For and nagkaroon ng instance last season na si Jokic yung nag-create ng play. I remember.
yeah.
So I guess my point is dapat they run the system, hindi sila yung magdidikta how the system is played out. Magulo ba?
Okay.
kasi
Hindi, hindi,
kasi
I get it. I get it.
it
Uh,
needs
I,
the
I, mm-hmm. Sige, go.
hindi, I simply feel na dapat yung head coach ang brains ng game because he sees the game for what it is. I know the players are playing it, but again, like kaya ka nga nag-hire ng coach eh. So I think you need to believe yung system na ini-implement ng coach mo. I'm not saying that they aren't, but again, my point is sa season na nag-transpire, we saw that like talagang medyo hindi sila sumusunod sa mga system, ibang system na nire-run sa
I,
kanila.
I, I kind of agree with you kasi I think Mike Malone is a good coach. I think he is one of the finalists for the New York
Yeah.
Knicks job, head coach
With
job.
Mike
But
Brown.
to your and Mike Brown and to your point, I think they just relied on Jokic just being
Yes.
great most of the time. Na minsan pa when the play is broken na, pass it to Jokic, he'll make something happen. But I think I like what they did because they addressed one of their biggest flaws last year, which was depth.
Yeah.
After the first 6 players after Westbrook, wala nang depth eh. They can't play anybody anymore. So ngayon adding again Tim Hardaway, Junior, Bruce Brown, Jonas to play palitan sila ni Jokic and again si Cam Johnson. And they saved $17 million by the way.
Yeah.
Uh I think they made quiet moves but really strong ones. So good for the Nuggets. The new coach Adelman will have his work cut out for him. But yes, I think they're really strong for the West as well. Sige.
Yes.
Eto, favorite natin. Nakasulat sa notes ko. What are the Lakers doing? Question mark. They haven't done anything aside from signing
Ah,
a very underrated signing, in my opinion, Jake LaRavia. But what do
Laravia.
you think they should do? What do you think they're doing? Are they waiting for a big name? Tell me.
For the record, I didn't know Laravia since they signed him. You know me, I just don't follow anyone. I follow the Lakers, but like, I saw his highlights. He's very good. I don't think he's getting enough minutes talaga para maipakita yung I guess yung potential niya sa floor. But I
Mm-hmm.
think he will shine as what we always do within the organization, within the Lakers
Sabi
organization.
nila replacement daw ni DFS as the 3 and D guy. But sige,
I wouldn't go as far as that because
that
DFS is
far.
already yeah. DFS is
Established na si
already
DFS.
established. Exactly, exactly. And I think Laravia is just starting to make his hay. So let's give him
Okay, fair.
the opportunity muna. Wag natin siya i-pressure. But
Sige.
to Lakers,
Yeah,
what what
again,
the
Rob
F?
Pelinka was exactly. Rob Pelinka said that they were looking for centers. All the center options, almost all of them, have signed different on different teams. Brook Lopez to the Clippers, Clint Capella to Houston. So who else is left? The Andre Ayton is still there, right?
Hessler
Al
via
Horford is
trade.
still. Uh huh.
So
Again. Sige, go go.
yeah, I honestly don't know kung ano ang thought process. Well, I'm not a GM, so I don't know. But are we looking to primarily the number one priority to sign Aiton? Kasi alam nating free agent siya. I mean, I would
I don't
love
think
it.
he was plan A. Kasi recently lang siya na-wave eh.
Yun nga. So like, nag-shift ba yung ano natin, yung plan natin with so Aiton is he's a very good scorer, may rebound naman siya and may defense talagang konting correction lang siguro attitude
Bad
wise.
attitude.
Yes. But again, my deal breaker there is we have LeBron, we have Luka na again to our favorite word of the day now, established superstars. So I think we can correct him. Um I would love for
Agree?
him to be a Laker. Okay? May impluwensyahan natin siya on the good side in terms of work ethic and such. Especially with JJ Redick. I'm now a firm believer of JJ Redick. But also with if we can't sign him, do we go the trade route with Utah? Kasi I think Utah's rebuilding right now. Hindi nila in-resign si Clarkson. Clarkson will be signing with the Knicks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
do we want Kessler? I personally don't. Um, for a lot of reasons, I don't think he's the player that we need right now sa system na nirarun ni Redick. Um, or do we sign an old Horford na I guess may value pa din to a certain degree? Would we want him as our primary center? Again, I don't know. I prefer having Hayes as the starting center if that's the case. Just because mas may utilize natin yung potential ni Luka with having an athletic five. Um, those are my thoughts. I don't see any point of us signing any guards. I think we're good with looking for centers primarily. So, Rob, galaw-galaw. Igalaw mo ang baso, man.
Again, based on the reports from Brian Windhorst, from Shams, etc., I think something's gonna happen tonight, U.S. time, their time. Today is the day that DeAndre Ayton will clear waivers, so
Right.
officially we can quote unquote the Lakers can quote unquote sign him. He's the best available right now.
I
But
agree.
I th- I think Rob is cooking up some trade that we don't know. So, waiting for that. Kasi I don't want a repeat of last year na wala tayong ginawa sa free agency. We just signed Bronny and Dalton Connect last year.
Yeah.
So, hope we really need at least one center. Tas we'll trade for another one if needed. So, is it DeAndre Ayton? He's the best available. I'm okay with that. He's not the best option, but he's the best option right now, if you know what I mean.
Right. And to add on that, I saw some news earlier. Again, I don't know if it's true. Na Lakers are preparing for the 2027 or 2026 a season rather.
That's too far away.
But that's too far away because we have LeBron and Luka right now, right?
We need to win now. Yes.
Yeah. And with the amount that we're paying LeBron, we honestly deserve to win now. That's
Question for
52
you.
million.
Question for you. Do you think there's any chance because Damian Lillard got waived? Do you think there's any chance Giannis will ask for a trade to the Lakers or to any other team?
He's very angry, I think, with what happened. Kasi blindside daw siya eh. Hindi daw niya alam na gagawin ng Bucks yun eh.
There were
So,
reports na sinabi daw sa kanya. May reports na hindi daw sinabi. So again, I don't know.
yeah, so I mean, do we wanna
Luca
watch
and Giannis
but
and
do we
LeBron.
wanna watch a repeat of the Warriors season na parang apat yung superstar? I don't wanna watch that kind of NBA,
I
honestly.
mean, it's
Gusto
for the Lakers. I am okay.
sure, but I want to maintain a certain level of competition that makes it worthwhile for us to watch. Okay, it's not just about
I get it.
winning for me, but I mean, kung
Excuse.
aalis na si LeBron, okay, and may iwan tayo with Luka and Giannis, sure, why not? Right? At least two
Mm-hmm.
stars on a team doesn't hurt. But
Okay.
we have LeBron right now, we have Giannis, and we have Luka. Overkill for me.
Overkill. Yeah, a lot of weird things happening in Milwaukee. The longest stretch provision gagawin nila kay Damian Lillard. And again, Damian Lillard right now, sabi dun sa news, was happy kasi he can choose wherever he wants to go. Miami is an early favorite right now. So we'll see how it goes. He's not gonna play kasi Achilles siya, so next year pa
Yeah,
siya mag-play. Sige, go.
napansin mo lang na lahat ng nagka-Achilles injury this postseason, puro number zero. Si Tatum, si
Yes.
Hali, at saka si Lillard. Lahat sila zero, di ba?
Ne- Next na si Westbrook.
No. The number four na
No,
siya.
Amber for na pala siya. Sige, ah, quick one lang. What was a good underrated free agency signing of yours? Isa lang from a different team before we go to our game.
Underrated. Underrated. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot.
For me, I
Siguro,
think I'll start.
go.
The Nickeil Alexander Walker signing from the Hawks, I think he's a
Yes.
perfect fit there. Isipin mo, Alexander Walker plus Dyson Daniels in the backcourt defensively. That's really good. That's my pick. Who's yours?
I will say Tim Hardaway Jr. From for oh no, Schroeder's a Kings. So
Yeesh.
I think that's very good. No, I like Schroeder. And partnering him with another scorer with Lavine and DeRozan. I don't know if how those two will work again kasi nga talagang sapawan sila, but that's what I like. Aside from that,
Okay. Okay.
siguro si ano, si um Duncan Robinson maybe with the
Detroit.
yes.
Okay. Sige. I also like the Luke Cornett to the Spurs signing. I think he's a good backup for Wemby, in my opinion. Sige. We have a few minutes left. Sige. Game tayo for you.
Sure.
Random stats leaders from last year. Who
Oh no.
had who had the most travels in this season? Sinong player? Who do you
Okay.
think?
Most
I'll give you a
travel.
clue. He's a power forward playing in the East.
Power forward playing. In the East.
Natawagan siya ng traveling the most times in the season.
Power forward si Bamba, does he play center?
Center yun si Bam.
Oh shoot. Okay.
He's a
Power forward.
champion, he's a multiple all-star, he's a foreigner, foreign-born player.
Yanis.
Yanis, correct. He was called for 26 travels last season.
Hilig bumiyahe ah.
Okay? Next. Which player has drawn the most charging fouls last season? Sinong player? West player, about third year player,
Si Shay?
not an
Ah, no, no,
all-star,
no. Hindi si Shay. Hindi si Shay.
not
Okay.
an all-star. Uh,
Natawagan ng charge. Siya yung naka-charge o
siya
siya
yung
yung nag...
kumukuha ng charge.
Ah, okay. West.
Uh,
Third season.
West, mga around third season yata, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, Foreign-born player ulit. From Portland na lang. O yan, bibigyan na kita ng
From...
clue.
Nako, I don't know any players from Portland. I might have to give that one up. I told you, I only
Si,
follow the Lakers.
si Tumani Kamara.
Oh,
Tumani Kamara. Eto na lang. Sino ang nakuha ng most flagrant fouls
si
for the
Draymond.
whole season? He got a big extension recently.
Really? 3 years, 4 years?
200, 5 years, 240 million.
Supermax?
Ayan na,
Wow. Oh,
recently. Pinag-usapan natin siya kanina.
si JJJ.
Correct. 5 flagrant fouls.
Wow.
Last, before 1 minute to go. Sino nakakuha ng the most technical fouls last year?
Draymond.
No.
Luka.
No. Ano siya? Team USA.
Team USA. Technical foul. Technical. See, is he a guard? Is he
Guard. Siya tumalo sa Lakers this year.
si Edwards?
Yes, Anthony Edwards.
Oh.
Random. Siya 18 technicals last year. Kaya nasuspend siya for at least a game or something.
Ah.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Again, we'll try to post as much as we can with the off-season free agency coming up. But yeah, please make sure to like and subscribe and see you next time,
Like and
guys.
subscribe, guys. Bye-bye.